New Jersey Devils goaltender who had, I guess, an okay career. Martin Brodeur. I don't know if you ever heard of him,
Oh,
but
do you never go on Twitter? Martin Brodeur sucks.
yeah.
I thought everybody knew that now, that he's the worst goaltender to ever win the Stanley Cup. I thought that's what we were talking about now.
Of all time.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so maybe winning the Calder as a rookie goaltender is a death sentence, but you know what? Uh, Whatever. Who cares?
No,
Spencer Knight's been
exactly,
pretty good.
exactly. We're throwing caution to the wind. Who cares? Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like winning the Stanley Cup.
I know it's early, man, but I mean,
Yeah,
this is the fun part about being a fan. Like, don't think analysis. Don't think about like just erase your memory. Just look at it from the outside, being like, you know what,
yeah.
these guys have a shot.
You know, I still will think that the Colorado Avalanche. You gotta hope that the Avalanche every
Oh
single year they
yeah,
get their hearts broken. They
they're
go
actually
back and
my
go.
pick as well.
We
Yeah,
gotta get there. Like you
yeah.
hope
Mine
that
too.
you hope that every single team after they lose in the Stanley Cup playoffs, they go, what went wrong? How can we get better? And how do we avoid this in the future? Like they got beat last year, even when they were trying to play physical. It just I don't know what happened. I watched a lot of that series and it just was, I think it was way closer than the actual wins indicated. And it just, I think it was just that the cards didn't come out for the way they expected. And if the Colorado Avalanche had played the Montreal Canadiens instead, I feel like things might have gone a little bit differently. But either way, they would probably be one in the West that I've really liked. And in the East, I like the Islanders idea, but oh man, I mean, I might be a homer, but like you have to think that the Toronto Maple Leafs are going to do something. I don't know if they're going to make it to the Cup final, but I look at that team as they're constructed, how they've played so far in the preseason, frankly, how they played in the playoffs until they got flicked by the Montreal Canadiens and then panicked. Like it was like you are all Montreal Canadiens fans. Like you were there.
Yep.
You were 12 hours away from firing Mark Bergevin, from firing
Mhm.
Dominic Ducharme, from trading every guy off the team.
Cleaning house.
Yeah, for the embarrassment of getting your ass kicked by the Toronto Maple Leafs. I get the feeling that the Toronto Maple Leafs just it's like they're a guy who scored 50 goals in the NHL one year and then they come back and they go on a 3-week streak where they don't score. And that just haunts them for the rest of their career. It's like all you need to do is just get that thing, get it, just do it once, and hopefully you learn that you can do it. But I don't know. They're also the Toronto Maple Leafs, so I'm not going to say anything. So we'll say the Florida Panthers and move on. So Florida, Colorado, give it to me in the Stanley Cup final. Give me the Spencer Knight, Cam Ward performance, and give Nathan MacKinnon the Stanley Cup.
Yep, that's pretty much the consensus here as well. Will, thank you so much for your very generous time. This has been a really awesome conversation.
Oh, anytime.
I know you're very active on social media. I guess I think Twitter is the best way for people to follow you.
Yep, Twitter and YouTube. Those are the easiest ways to do it.
Twitter and YouTube. I'm going to be posting the links on our website on the puckandroll.com. Well, hopefully we'll do this another time, my friend. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, boys.
The Prospect Heroes Scott and Sebastian on Puck and Roll.
And once again, a huge thank you to Will Scouch for, oh man, that was a great interview, guys. I mean, I don't know about you, but I had a blast doing that. I mean, this is one very, very knowledgeable character. And
It was great.
yeah, it was really cool. And thank you to Scott Cowan as well, who had to leave, unfortunately, for the rest of the show, but give us some great questions as well, and also for his contribution on this week's Habs Blitz. But now at this time, we are talking about prospects because that's the title of this segment, Prospect Heroes. I will be growing about 5 inches and reach Scott's height and taking his place, so to speak. But we're going to send it over to Josh. Mr. Rosa, you were attending a Kitchener Rangers game on Friday, and you had the chance to speak with, we're going to call him a Habs prospect, but he's definitely signed with the Habs as well. The incredible Rocky story of one Arber Xhekaj. So first, let's listen to this interview, and then I want to hear your thoughts on this experience.
Yeah, so just tell me, how's it going?
It's going good, man. Like a lot of things happened for me in the past couple weeks, so it's been very exciting. It's been very overwhelming, and everyone's been really good with the appreciation about me. So
yeah, it's hard to be feeling bad when you just got a contract.
Yeah, there's no feeling bad about that.
Yeah. So this year in the OHL, it's obviously the weirdest year. There's basically 2 rookie groups coming in. You're one of the older guys. You've been to the NHL camp. Are you looking to take on like a leadership role in the room there for some of the younger guys?
Yeah, I've definitely put that upon myself to become a leader in the room, and I think a lot of guys respect me in that way. And even before like the contract, like I just had that respect from the young guys, and like I'm definitely going to take a big role in the leadership group this year.
Yeah, so obviously you were undrafted in the OHL. I am undrafted in the NHL. Gets the feeling that you're always trying to improve yourself. Is there aspects of the game that you're trying to work on this year to get better and better?
Yeah, definitely. Like playing in those 2 NHL games, it's definitely an awakening to see how much attention to detail like you need to have there. Like I'm obviously a bigger guy and can handle myself in that aspect, but it's just building the attention to detail side of the game and knowing where guys are and always like reading what hand they shoot and which way they're coming down and all kinds of stuff like that.
Yeah, how good does it feel to be back playing meaningful regular season hockey after so long?
Yeah, we were all sitting in the room and we were like, this game, like it's worth 2 points. Like it's crazy. Like it's been so long and we're just all excited and it means a lot.
Well, I'll let you get ready for everything. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks a lot, man.
All right, Josh. So, man, that was incredible. I mean, he sounds like a very articulate young man to begin with, and I was really, really surprised to hear that he's taking it upon himself to become a leader. That was, man, like for someone to have this kind of story and being like, "Yep, I want to take on a leadership role. I want to lead these boys," is nothing short of incredible. So, but first, Josh, tell us your impressions about meeting him face to face.
Yeah, it was quite the surreal experience as someone that hasn't done much of this before in my life.
Mm-hmm.
It was, awesome to talk to someone that was with Montreal like not even a week ago, and then he's back here, and I go him with my little recorder that I bought at Staples, and he was awesome, fantastic. Everyone there was great, and he's very great to talk to, down to earth, very purposeful, I think, with how he speaks and how he presents himself, because there was aspects of that interview talking about the leadership, and also when I watched him play later, that reminded me of a certain leader on the Montreal Canadiens. And I know that there's another prospect that gets compared with, but I think he's a very Shea Weber-esque type player. Watching him on the ice, like, he wants to be a leader. He's quite the physical presence out there. You don't have to look for him. He's a big guy, and he plays a lot like Weber, I feel, with his stick and his positioning. He likes to give those extra taps. He likes to play very physical and be really, he seems like the type of guy that would be really hard to play against, especially in a playoff situation where he can really let loose and play physical and kind of dominate the front of the net using his size and his stick. He could be, and he's very composed in his own end. I noticed whenever his partner, who was Roman Schmidt in that game, I believe he's a Washington prospect, whenever he had the puck, Xhekaj was always in the perfect position to give him an outlet, an easy pass across the ice to help him out of trouble. And he was always there. He always received the puck and was willing to play with it on his stick and go up the ice, which was very smart for a guy in the OHL like that. And it's going to be interesting to watch him develop over this year.
You also had a chance to stick around and watch the Rangers and the Storm go head to head. So maybe give us a quick recap of how that game went, because I heard it was quite the barn burner, my friend.
Yeah, that was wild. Part of the surreal thing. It was 2-0 at the end of the first period. The second goal was fantastic from Francesco Pinelli. who had a great game, I felt. And then less than 2 minutes into the second, it's suddenly 3-2 for Kitchener, which 3 goals in less than 2 minutes, 2 from the same player, Matthew Poitras, on the Guelph Storm. And then the Storm tie at 3-3, and Kitchener scores 30 seconds later to make it 4-3. The game ends up 5-5, and in the last minute and a half, 2 of the best defensive prospects on both teams, Roman Schmidt and Arber Xhekaj, who is a prospect for the Golden Knights, both take penalties. So the end of the game, the overtime turned into 4-on-3, then 4-on-4, then 3-on-3, in which Francesco Pinelli had a blocked pass at the Guelph Storm defender, shoved his own goalie in the net, and it ended up ending the game that way. There were a handful of great goals, and then it ended on that kind of.
What a note, like to end it on,
Yeah.
because it's just back and forth more than a seesaw for crying out loud. That was amazing.
Yeah, it was quite the game. There was lots of standouts offensively. Obviously, Pinelli is just incredible. He'll just make plays. He'll just pass it straight across the goal mouth, and you're like, okay, he just made a pass. And it looks so easy, but then you realize, oh, he just passed it through like 3 defender sticks, and he made it look like nothing, and he got it right on the tape, and he was incredible. And on the Guelph Storm side, the third line with 2 rookies, Carabella and Poitras, and the older Braden Bowman, they combined for 4 of Guelph Storm's 5 goals, including Poitras, who scored 2 goals in less than a minute, and both are pretty nice goals. So the disappointing thing, there wasn't much from Guelph's top line, unfortunately, which was interesting because they have Sasha Pastujov, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, the Anaheim Ducks pick, who had a big game, hat trick next game, but this game, unfortunately, they were a bit invisible on the ice.
You know who else was amazing in that game? It was Joshua Rosa. I mean, this is a guy who came into this show with zero knowledge of the juniors. Literally said, like, I have no idea what I'm doing here. I'm just going to give this a shot. And there you are, interviewing Montreal Canadiens players and reviewing the Rangers and the Storm as if you've done this your entire life. My friend, I tip my hat to you. Like, you're doing an amazing job with that, but man, it's pretty cool. On that note, we're going to flip it to Mr. Sebastian High. Sebastian, I took a little road trip on Saturday.
That you did.
I did. Took the car from Montreal, went all the way down to Ottawa to pick you up, and then we trekked down to Gatineau. We watched the Olympiques de Gatineau taking on les Foreurs de Val d'Or. Man, what an experience that was. I mean,
that was something else.
Let's start with the arena. It's beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It really is. And
it's so modern, so sleek.
And I gotta say, just sitting in a press box with an unobstructed view, like the first row of the press box, a press box that wasn't even like, it was like it's unidentified. Like there's no even like sign on the door saying it's the press box. Like we went around the entire arena trying to find it, and it was like, oh, it's probably the one door without the sign, and it was. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it really was an experience and a half.
Oh yeah, I mean, for those who aren't in the know, I mean the Centre Slush Puppies that it's called is
great name, isn't it, Pat? You love it.
Totally amazing name. Bark. So when we went around the arena, we visited. It was like, yeah, it's just top-notch facilities, and I've done a bunch of minor league facilities as well. And I mean, this is almost NHL caliber when it comes to the
it's gorgeous.
Luxury, the professionalism of the staff as well, the courtesy that everyone gives each other was really, really great. I mean, I'm not knocking any other teams. I mean, it is what it is, but because like this is brand spanking new, you know. But on that front, it was really cool. I mean, we admittedly, because this is a new show, it's a new experience. Of course, you know, we ran into some people that we didn't expect to run into. one of them, I'm just gonna say it out loud because I mean, why not? We walk into the box, and the first person we went face to face with was Trevor Timmins, assistant manager of the Canadians. I'm not gonna say what happened, Sebastian. Don't worry.
Oh,